Alright guys, just rigging up here. We'll start off today's video with a little riddle. Now, who is the one person that everyone listens to, but nobody believes? You think about that one for a little while, and then the video will come back and give you the answer. We're back out at the beach, and I don't know if I said it in my last video, maybe I edited it out, but my plan was for this video to be a kayak fishing video. And I did make a kayak fishing attempt. In fact, it was a full day attempt. I think I put in like 8 hours on the kayak trying to catch one specific type of fish, and that didn't work out. I did end up catching a few small lingcod and maybe a few small rockfish, but nothing that I thought was worthy enough of a full video. So that got scrapped, and now we're back out at the beach another day trying to put together another video for you. And I'm going to do something a little bit different today. Just rigging up, and let me rig this up real quick and then I'll show you what we're using.
So what's the tactical way of fishing? Being tactical, like distance wise?
What do you mean, like how far do you throw it out?
No, how far should I be away from you?
Oh, don't worry, like 15, 30, I mean, don't worry about it.
So what you're looking for is like right there, right in front of you. Right?
Yeah, you're looking for like, generally, you're looking for like a deeper spot in the sand. Yeah.
Right, okay.
That's plenty of space. No, don't worry about it. Yeah. Nice fellow angler there. Checking out how far he should come, or how close or how far he can fish next to me. It's kind of interesting. I don't think anyone's ever really talked about that on YouTube, but I feel like out in the surf, it really depends what the conditions are. If there's a lot of current going back and forth, left and right, and you're fishing bait, and you know that current's pushing your line left and right, you're gonna need a lot more space, obviously, than if you're just plugging, throwing straight out, bringing it back in. So I think generally, if you give them like 50 feet, it's probably good enough, especially if you don't know the person. Okay, anyway, so I got this set up now. So what I got here, this is my main line, 30-pound braid to a little swivel here. That's there to prevent line twists. And then I got about 3 foot, 30-pound mono leader. Gives it a little bit of stretch and then reduces visibility in the water. And then what I got here is a Mickey jig. It's got like a little indentations on that side, and then just flat chrome on this side with a little rooster tail like thing at the end. I don't think I've ever fished this lure, and I picked this up a long time ago, maybe about a year or two ago, and it's sat in my trunk since then. And I saw it there, I kind of wanted to bring it out, and the reason I'm bringing it out today is we're fishing really low tide. I think it's a negative tide right now. We're right about at low, so I'm going to need to cast a little bit farther than I normally do. And if I was throwing something else like SP Minnow, Lucky Craft, you're not going to get as much distance as you would with this hunk of metal. I mean, look at, this is just solid metal right there. This is going to fly out there. And so that's the reason why I'm using this today, hoping that we can catch some fish. And if you watch other YouTubers on in the Bay Area here, More Than Fishing just posted a video of him catching a striper on this. So I think that's another reason why I was thinking, hey, let's break this out and see if we can do the same. Okay, always want to check your drag before you're fishing. You never know. That first cast could net you a 20-pounder. You want to make sure your drag's set up properly. And yeah, let's see how far this thing goes. Just gonna fling it out there. Oh yeah. Yep, we're gonna get some good distance on this. Now, like I said before, I've never really used this lure before, but I feel like I'm going to need to bring it back with a little bit faster retrieve than I would a stick bait, you know, like a SP Minnow, Flash Minnow, just because it's not really designed to get much action. I mean, it's just a piece of metal, so bringing it in at a slow pace is just going to kind of slide through the water. If I give it a little bit quicker rate of retrieve, maybe give it a few pumps here and there, it'll kind of give it a little more side-to-side action, maybe. That's what I'm hoping, at least. But you know, it's all experimental when you're out here in the surf. Always learning something new every time you're out here. Oh yeah. I don't think this line down here has seen the light of day since that 20-pound striper I caught that stripped out like 100 yards of line. Alright guys, no luck on the Mickey jig here, but I do like the casting distance that I can get with this thing. Look for me to bring this back in another video. But it's a little bit sunny, and I feel like if you're going to use something that doesn't look anything like a fish, doesn't give any good action, you gotta use that on a cloudy day. Something with low light, maybe at night. But I don't know, I just didn't have confidence on it in it. So I feel like when you're fishing, you gotta have confidence in what you're throwing. Otherwise, you're not gonna catch anything. So next on the chopping block is the good old-fashioned Lucky Craft. And the only problem I have with this one is these hooks are not as sharp as they once were. So what I'm gonna do actually is I'm gonna go ahead and sharpen them up. So the best thing to sharpening hooks is any kind of file like this one. I can leave this linked in the description below, but you don't need anything fancy. Just a regular file at your local hardware store will do. Okay, now we're back in business. So the difference between that Lucky Craft and that Mickey jig, obviously the casting distance, you're not going to get as much distance with the Lucky Craft. It's just too light of a lure, too much drag for it to really go anywhere. But I'm going to give it a lot slower retrieve than that Mickey jig, just because the action, this lure is built for action. It doesn't need too much force to get that side-to-side wobble. And so for that reason, I don't need to bring it in as quickly. I can give it a lot slower retrieve, let that lure do the work, and see if I can get something to hit it here. Ooh, sand crab. Well, no skunk today. Caught a sand crab. Alright guys, I didn't want to do it. I really tried to catch one on the lure. I tried the Mickey jig, the Lucky Craft, but just no action. I don't know, maybe they're not on the lure bite right now. So we're gonna go cave and go to the tried and true sand crab. So we got our Carolina rig, or fish finder rig, whatever you want to call it. 2-ounce pyramid sinker here to our leader, 2 little J hook here. Throw on a sand crab, and hopefully these striper are out there. Maybe they're out there and they're just feeding on sand crabs, we'll see. So there are a lot of sand crabs around right now, so maybe that's what's happening. But all right, we've got about half an hour left to fish. Let's see if we can make this happen. Normally I use a 3-ounce sinker on this fish finder rig, but as you can see here, we got really calm conditions today, so that's why I'm using the 2-ounce instead. So we don't need to overpower it. 2 ounces is definitely going to hold bottom. And really, when I'm fishing with this fish finder rig, I don't really want it to be stuck in one place. I don't want it to fly across with the current, but I do want it to move a little bit, because I feel like that'll cover a little bit more water, and just maybe if there's more fish over to my left, not as much to the right, eventually my bait will drift over there. So I do like it to drift a little bit. Maybe not, like I said, not flying across, but a little bit of drift I think is good. There's a fish. Not a big one, but there's a fish. First cast on the sand crab. Immediate results. And it's a little, I think this is a walleye perch. One of these smaller, different kinds of surf perches we can catch out here. Got a little parasite on his head right there. We'll take that off. make his time on TV worth it. Get off of there. Alright. Little walleye perch, not really what we're looking for. But it does get the skunk off. Oh, there we go. That one feels a little bit better. Oh, taking a little bit of drag. Not a bad fish. Kind of surprised me. What is this? I don't know what this is. Hopefully, maybe a perch? Oh yeah, it's a good perch. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Probably about a little over a pound. Oh wow, this fish has definitely seen better days. I don't know what that is from. Looks fairly recent. It's healed over a little bit, but I don't know if that's from a bird. I feel like that's maybe from a bird. I don't think a fish would have done that. Yeah, he's definitely seen better days, but he'll go well on my dinner plate, so we'll take him home. I'll cut that little piece out. I don't know if I want to eat off of that. Alright guys, well, I was supposed to leave about 30 minutes ago, but I got one last cast in me. You know how it goes with me in the last cast, so let's see if we can get some last cast magic here. Alright guys, back at the house, just finished up that fishing session. Not the most exciting session. We did catch a few nice perch, or one nice perch there at the end. But I really was wanting to catch something on lure, and really I was kind of specifically targeting striped bass. I might have caught a perch on accident. You know, that lucky crafty definitely catches perch as well as striped bass, so you never know what hits, but I kind of was targeting striped bass, especially at the beginning with that Mickey jig. But I just wanted to give you a quick little rundown of what I do with my gear after fishing. If you want to keep your gear fresh, you want it to last you a long time, you got to take care of it, and just using it out on the surface can be really taxing on gear. You got all the sand, you got all the salt water, and those kinds of things are really bad for especially fishing reels. All the gears and stuff in there will get messed up if you don't take care of it properly. So let me show you just what I do on like just an average day fishing at the beach. So okay, so first things first, I drive a Corolla, so I can't be carrying around a 10-foot rod. So first things first, before I even leave the beach, I fold up my rod. So as you can see here, it's a 2-piece 10-foot rod. So fold it up, obviously 5 feet. Then it's a little more portable. I can fit it in my Corolla, no problem. And so that's the first thing that I do. Okay, so as you can see behind me, I'm in the bathroom here. Here's the shower. And I live in an apartment, so no outside lawn or no hose to go wash it off outside. So I bring it in here to the shower, you know, turn this on, and wash it off just like that. You want to make sure you get all up and down the rod, all the guides, especially the tip. The tip is the one that I find gets the most wear. So you want to make sure you get them all, and then make sure you wash that reel off real good. Obviously, you don't want to drop it in the sand or in the salt water, but if you happen to, it's not the end of the world. You're just going to want to make sure you wash it off really carefully. So, getting it in there nice and good. That's probably good for now. I also wash off all my lures. So, I already took care of it before I shot this video, but whenever I'm using the SP Minnow, Lucky Craft, any lure that I'm using out in the salt water, I want to wash that off with fresh water as well, because the salt can corrode that all the hooks and the split rings and even the lure itself. So you want to wash everything off with fresh water and then kind of let that dry. And then 1 minute. Okay, so then this is the last part that I wanted to show you. This is a rod rack that I got off Amazon, super cheap. I think it's like 20 bucks, maybe 30 bucks, I don't know. Pretty cheap and super easy to install. I mean, if I could do it, you guys can do it. It's just 4 screws, one here, and then 2 on the other side as well. One up top and one on bottom. Real nice, easy, simple way to store your rods and reels, get them off the ground, keep room for all your other stuff. And as an added bonus, when you have friends over, boom, all your rods are on display. You can be like, here, these are my prized possessions. All my money, all my spending money goes into right here on the wall. So yeah, you want to put them on display. You might as well get the use out of it when you buy them. So alright guys, that's all I have for this video. Just thought as I was cleaning up all my stuff, maybe something some of you guys would be interested in, so I thought I'd share it. If not, oh well. I'll leave that rod rack that I talked about linked in the description below if you want to check that out. Like I said, super easy to install, keeps your stuff organized, and most importantly, it looks cool. So when your friends are over, you can look cool as well. So anyway, other than that, for some reason here in the Bay Area, we've been hit with a lot of bad weather recently, and I don't really understand it. It's May already, we should be getting sunlight, and right now it's like cloudy, windy, and raining in the middle of a Sunday afternoon. But anyway, other than that, that's about it for today. I gotta go plan out my next adventure, so thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.